at your table have sanded everything with 220 grit. When you sand it, you don't have to sand the inside of your project, but you do have to sand the inside of the lid. So you just sand that, and then sand everything on the inside. The inside, we're just going to leave the way it is because there's no way to fix it to make it look better. And since it's on the inside, we're not going to see it anyway. So you just sand everything on the outside. When you're filling in the cracks, you do not need the lid. So you're going to leave your lid at your desk. The cracks that you need to fill in is where two different pieces of wood were glued together. So you might have cracks along here, or around the bottom edge. So that's what I'm going to fill in. You're going to fill it in with wood putty. Yes?
If you have like a crack like kind of on the top,
then you fill in that. But don't fill in anything on this side. Just fill it in on the sides. A crack is different than a chip of the wood, so you don't want to fill in chips. So if you have any chips that you made when you were filing, you should have sanded those off. You don't want to fill it with putty. Just cracks. You don't need a lot, so all you're going to use is your finger to get a little bit. Then push it in there. Don't leave it like that. What you want to do is you get a dry paper towel. Wipe off as much as you can so it just gets yellow. Leave this for someone else. It's reusable. You don't need a new paper towel each time you do this. Now the crack is filled in, but if you don't do the next step, when you stain, you're going to have a big white mark right here. So you're going to go to your table and do the next step. If you wipe this off, the next step is real easy. We're trying to get rid of that, but you don't want to sand it off with 220. Sand it off with 60. And you want to do that to every crack. Make sure you sand with the grain. And eventually that will look nice and clean. Then you want to sand over it with 220. Then once all